Good morning. It is May 26th. Is that true? I think that's true. May 26th, day after Memorial Day. How was your Memorial Day? Do you have a favorite Memorial Day memory? It's actually a very significant day for me. I realize as years pass, for years and years now, there's been significant events on Memorial Day. Yesterday, I guess, was a little bit anticlimactic in that regard. It wasn't quite as, I guess, eventful as some Memorial Days past. But anyhow, we're going to get to it. We are using the Victorian Romantic Tarot by Alex Yerkolov and Karen Mahoney. I have a couple of their decks, and I really love their work. Big week this week for me. What do you have going on? I am getting a read from the People's Oracle on Wednesday, and I've been looking forward to that for some time. So let's just take a minute. It's a very foggy morning here in New York City. Focus on what we need to do today. How can we best use the 24 hours ahead? What energies, what might we be dealing with? These are bigger cards than the Rider-Waite, and they're not going to necessarily fit in screen as well. But I'll hold each one up. See what we got. You never know. Three of Cups, not surprising. Six of Pentacles, also not surprising. Queen of Swords, reversed. Our star shows back up. It's reversed. High Priestess reversed. This seems to be the way of this line this week. Reversed, reversed, reversed. Knight of Wands reversed. These up a little bit. My OCD is showing. Whoa, Six of Wands reversed. Six of Cups upright. Don't be judgment. Eight of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck. What the hell happened? Nine of Cups reversed. Taking a drink of coffee for this one. All right. What do we? I know these are not all on screen, but it's the size of the cards. It's just the way life goes. So let's talk about the first line. We have the Three of Cups. I love this deck. It really looks like like Moulin Rouge, very, I guess it was Renoir. I did a lot of those Impressionist paintings. And they're also shiny, see? Three of Cups is about celebration with friends, which is not surprising to see the day after Memorial Day. Some of you may be feeling it. Three of Cups can often be the card of marriage. It's when two cups graduates to three, so kind of like this idea of you're in a relationship, you're in an established relationship, and now you are ready to take it into public. An example, you may have gone on a few dates, but now you're going to go on, say, a double date with each one of your best friends. So Three of Cups is about celebration. It can often be marriage, but it's just a joyful card, but it's definitely about groups of individuals. Then we have the Six of Pentacles reversed. We've been just seeing this card endlessly for a couple weeks now. And I've talked at length about it, but again, this is the giving and receiving card. There are those who are giving, in this case charity, to those who need it, and those who are receiving charity if they require it. I've talked at length about how both is an art form. It is something to give selflessly with no expectation, no strings, and it's another art to receive humbly and gratefully, without feeling bad about ourselves, but just knowing this is the moment where I need to be on the receiving end. But when it's reversed, that energy is blocked. So either we're needing help and we're not feeling as though we're able to ask for it, or we're very stuck in ego. We're very focused on our own needs. We really can't look past them and toward the need of others, where this could be indicating a lack mentality, and just feeling very protective of ourselves, frankly. And then we have the Queen of Swords. She's my kick butt female, right? I love this Queen of Swords. I love this deck. Occasionally it's pretty quiet in New York City, except for the occasional ambulance, and it's pretty spooky. All right, so Queen of Swords, she is a butt kicker. She is about truth. Some call her the Widow Queen. She is often single, but she also is about justice. She's the card of Libra. She shows up here alone, definitely looking like she has a pretty vast experience using that sword, and that sword is truth. Not swords are air are thoughts, knowledge, but she's reversed. So we may not even really feel confident in what we know. On the best days, we know what we want and we know how to express ourselves to get it. The words just may not be with us today. And I would ask of these three cards, what changed? Or what are you celebrating? And how are you feeling somewhat isolated at the same time? This is really a contradictory energy, quite frankly. Three of Cups is about gregariousness, being among others, but that's, I guess, not really a contradiction. There's that feeling, that saying, for at least in New York City, of being in a city of millions and millions of people and feeling utterly alone. So it's that feeling of being in a group, being among family, being among friends, but still feeling very isolated, still feeling very protective of our truth and our possessions. So how is that playing out for you today, and what is that about? Because then we have a mess of reversals, right? We have the Star, which showed up yesterday in the center of the spread, this beacon of hope, this, I was afraid, this unbridled optimism, looking forward, feeling optimistic, feeling, like we can get back in the water, we can enjoy life again. What happened yesterday? Because this energy shows up today. I haven't read the headlines today. I never do before I read. So I don't know exactly what's in the news. I love this card. Look at the shiny. But what happened to that hope? That unbridled optimism from yesterday seems to have faded. When it shows up reversed too, the Star to me reversed is a really clear indication that the person that I'm reading for needs help beyond a tarot reading, if that makes sense. This is someone who needs help in the real world, a therapist, a doctor. Actually, that kind of fits with the Six of Pentacles reversed. You may need to seek assistance outside of YouTube tarot readers, and that's okay. We all do sometimes. And again, actually, now that I'm thinking of it, the High Priestess reverse. Remember we were talking about the High Priestess in the Rider-Waite deck. She is an angel. We're going to do some censorship here. She's an angel, often represents an angel to me, angelic protection. But this is a really different take right, of the High Priestess. I know this is silly, but YouTube cares. We have, the black and white pillar here, but we have this cauldron. And when I was reading the Fool's Journey as through the major arcana of this deck, I just really got this feeling like, as the third major arcana card, the Fool, the Magician, the High Priestess. The High Priestess, comes before the Hierophant, comes before the Emperor. She is the mystery of creation. What is in that cauldron? What is she brewing? Those vapors around her. And she looks like she's kind of like casting a spell. This is about that which is unseen, mysteries. She lives in the world of the unknown, the shaman, but it's reversed. We're not feeling intuitive. And that, again, really is echoed in the Queen of Swords reversed. What are we not wanting to share about ourselves today? What cards are we holding close to the vest? There's a secret here, which is not being revealed. And we're feeling it in the Star reversed. And then we have this other mess of reversal, the Knight of Wands. Now, in this deck, this Knight is stationary, which I find really interesting. I always imagine that he's telling her, and you can kind of tell by the look on her face, that he has to leave, that it's time for him to move on. The Knight of Wands can be one of those guys who rushes in and then rushes right back out. Because to me, the Knight of Wands is about movement. It's often about relocation. I often read it as a card of pretty clearly that person is thinking about relocating, thinking about moving on, either physically or emotionally. But again, reversed. A knight who has no action, a knight who is not moving, but we're thinking about it. Why can't we move? If we were to have to go to a therapist today, it's paid for, scheduled, we don't have to worry about the details, but we show up in a therapist's office today, what would we want to talk about? What would you want to talk about? What would be at the top of your mind? The cards are asking this question. If you were to seek help, seek advice from a friend or a therapist or a doctor, what secrets would you tell? Would it be about wanting to move on? Would it be a truth that you haven't yet revealed? Is it something about where there's not an equal give and take in a relationship that you're in? That's kind of the way I'm reading this with the Three of Cups up here. And then the last line. Good Lord. Six of Wands. Six of Wands is about success. This is about victory, right? These guys have won a battle. They're coming in. There's a parade for them. Everyone's happy. Big golden scene. It's reversed. We're not feeling it. We're not feeling successful. We're not feeling that parade. We're not feeling victorious. What's up with that? And I'm going to say Six of Cups. I think when I was shuffling, I said, please don't be judgment, because we are in Venus retrograde, and Six of Cups is often about things from our past. This is a childhood love, right? Someone we've known since our youth. It can often be the card of the ex, but it can also just be those things that bring us the joy, the kind of joy that we felt when we were young. But in this case, with the six next to the Six of Wands reversed, I'm feeling like maybe we saw someone from our past. Did the ex show up over Memorial Day weekend? And we partied maybe, or we spoke, and now they're no longer there. It's just not what we thought it was, or we finally have accepted that it's over. Really different vibe than I was reading yesterday, but that's kind of what I'm feeling, because there's a lot of characters in this spread. A lot of court cards. So Six of Cups. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles. Now, I'm going to take this as simply going back to work, right? For those of us who are working, or those of us who aren't working and needing to find work. The Eight of Pentacles. Pentacles are called coins in some deck. These are earthly things. You can see this is a craftsman who's really honing his craft. It's about the work. Now, the work could be spiritual work. It could be most often having to do with how we make a living. So we're not necessarily feeling successful at maybe the way we're doing our job. We're not necessarily feeling successful maybe about the way we're finding joy in our life or a particular relationship. Because, oh geez, you just can't make this up. The bottom of the deck, I'm actually going to move this off screen so that I don't look at it either, even though I just did, is the Nine of Cups reversed. Fat, dumb, and happy, wish card. This guy wishes to be in a tavern getting hammered. But the emotional wish card, right? It's just not there. There's a sense of deflation here today, meaning feeling like the wind got knocked out of our sails. The only two upright cards, or three upright cards, just to be clear, is the Three of Cups, the Six of Cups, and the Eight of Pentacles. The only thing we may know today is that we partied too much last night. Maybe we saw someone from our past, and we have to go back to work. Everything else is kind of a mess. But there is some sort of truth that we're not comfortable talking about yet. And I'm curious how that's playing out in your world. Now, from a collective perspective, there may be a truth that will be revealed not today, but this week. So stay tuned, because underneath the Nine of Cups reversed was the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is truth. And the truth cuts both ways. That sword, sometimes we be careful what you wish for. Remember what I said. Knowing the truth can have an edge. Yes, we know, but is it comfortable? Did we want to know? It's coming. So if this is just about your truth, start thinking right now about how you want to talk about it with others, because the Queen of Swords knows how to communicate facts, and you're just not there yet. So try writing it down on paper. Try journaling about it, because it's coming. Major energy shift today. I hope this was useful. I never know. Thanks for stopping by. Know you are loved, and I will talk to you soon.